Warning, the following video is intended for mature audiences only. Remember, just because you're over 18 doesn't mean you're mature. If you suffer from symptoms such as being a tight arse with no sense of humour and incapable of telling satire from opinion, you might want to switch to something more appropriate. May I suggest Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, or if that's too highbrow for you, Teletubbies. So, it appears a pandemic is currently taking over the world. Yes, in this modern day and age of technology and accessibility, many people have still fallen victim of it. And while it hurts to report, one of the heroes of modern YouTube, one of my heroes, has fallen victim, contributing to the spread of this outbreak. What is it? Simping and thoughterry. Simping being a term used to describe the online act of a person, usually male, giving up their dignity, self-worth, and to a greater extent financial assets, with the intent of pleasing another person, usually female, in the hopes that verbally assaulting anybody who dares criticize the acts of these women and reassuring them of their self-worth more often than not through pitiful and unnecessary amounts of financial support will result in them somehow getting a lifelong relationship full of love, fulfillment and happiness, either unaware or willfully ignorant of what they're supporting. Thoughterry, on the other hand, is a term used to describe the act of grown women preying on the emotions of the weak-willed and weak-minded souls online, usually with the goal of financial gain, be it through acting sexually promiscuous over websites that don't permit full frontal nudity, such as YouTube.com, Twitch.tv, and to a lesser extent an online mobile app designed for children, the mentally deficient, and closet pedophiles called TikTok. Then asking for donations and tips from their audience after luring them in and changing their central thought processing unit from their brains to their penises, which for the tiny percent of females brain dead enough to be watching me is the equivalent of changing out a NASA supercomputer for an iPhone box Galaxy S20 Ti that you got on AliExpress for $5. Now, I wouldn't normally be so distressed by this type of outbreak. I'd maybe laugh it off and watch from the sidelines if it weren't for the fact that just recently, a former hero of mine could be seen as falling into a position of enabling these two types of sick-minded individuals. In the fallout of this pandemic, it appears we have lost Ian Egan. Formerly known online as IDUBBBZTV, Ian Egan was a man known for his strong moral stances against censorship, deceit, and, well, general dumb fuckery. For a long time, he was a single functioning cog in the works of the mentally brain-dead machine of popular YouTube personalities. A voice of reason and rational thought amongst the cesspool of hypocritical, regurgitated modern opinion. However, it appears he has let loose and fallen victim to such acts, with his girlfriend publicly posting and announcing her new career as a model on popular insecurity-driven website OnlyFans.com. A website known for delusional grown men paying money to not only receive photos and videos of these models in action, but also send and receive private messages to and from said paid models. Yep, it appears over the span of 2 hours, iDubbbz has turned himself from the internet's content cop to the internet's content cook. Jokes and persona aside, I don't really care about iDubbbz letting other men evacuate their ejaculate to his girlfriend. Assuming they both consent, I don't really care. Just a little note, I suppose, as of recording, there exists no first-hand evidence of Ian verbally consenting to letting other guys jerk off to his girlfriend, only a tweet from his girlfriend claiming that he is quote-unquote very supportive. Anyway, back to the mindless gossip. Yet again, I don't really care. I'm still gonna watch his content. He still makes very good videos. He makes very enjoyable videos, but I just think knowingly letting other men stroke their greasy, veiny, hard cocks off to what you wish to be your lifelong partner's body is kind of fucking disgusting. Like, just my personal opinion, it's a real beta move. Anyway, because I know you, the audience, are interested, here's some of the publicly available evidence. I will warn in advance that these images do teeter on being explicit, so if you have any children or minors in your local vicinity, be sure you bring them in and let them join you in watching this. If you're feeling really ballsy, you can ask them to like and subscribe. See how pretty you are, you're so Now look, without trying to sound like a womanizer or misogynist, I'm just gonna say right up, these don't do too much for me, okay? They don't do too much. Now, not because I don't think she's a nice looking woman, it's more just because I guess I'm one of those chads that, you know, is actually just really into the girl that I date, you know? I know it's an insane concept, you know, saving your body for the person who you're actually in love with, fucking mental, but yeah, take from that evidence what you will. But hopefully, anyway, if current trends keep up, thoughterry might just become a thing of the past. You see, alongside this pandemic of simping and thoughterry, there exists another somewhat less important pandemic, a highly infectious viral infection which shares the name of a popular ethanol-rich beer originating from Mexico. It's spreading more or less like wildfire worldwide, and with a substantial amount of these online thoughts sharing an IQ only comparable to their age, many people on the aforementioned TikTok platform are taking on what is dubbed as the Coronavirus Challenge. Yes, what does that entail? Licking the toilet seats in public restrooms. No shit, licking fucking toilet seats. While the coronavirus itself is considered highly infectious, the mortality rate, while substantial, isn't significant enough, sadly, for us to start partying just yet. Yeah, it appears, actually, honestly, sadly, it appears many of these people who successfully complete this quote-unquote coronavirus challenge will not only most likely be fine, but actually act as a vessel for infecting those less fortunate around them, such as elderly relatives, young infants, and those with underlying respiratory issues. Me personally and all the lads at the studio, all we can hope for is that the build-up of E. coli, influenza, HIV, AIDS, and whatever other ungodly, undiscovered disease that rests on these public toilet seats helps the coronavirus mutate into a more deadly, more fast-acting version of itself, as to not take out the innocent and, well, less fortunate people who don't deserve to die because some Neanderthal retard relative licked a fucking toilet seat for clout.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Now, jokes aside again, am I actually calling for the deaths of these poor young, honestly easily impressionable souls? Yes, I fucking am. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Just a quick follow-up I'm throwing in after recording and editing this video. It appears IDUBBZ has actually posted on Twitter in response, kind of confirming this. A bit of a meme sort of post, funny caption, funny image, but I'm glad in a way that IDUBBZ is taking this not too seriously. You know, he's not too taking it to heart, and it's not hopefully it's not affecting him too negatively in his own life. But with that said, you can't meme your way out of being a fucking cuck who has no objections to other dudes blowing loads all over their bed sheets to your girlfriend, man. You just can't. You're a fucking meme lord. You can't fucking meme your way out of that, pal.
Jump down, and then say some fucking gay shit. I'm gay.